Welcome back, and in this one we need to talk about slots. With slots, it's a way to pass content from one component to the child component, to the other, to a different component. And first for this, I'm going to need to create an example. I'm going to keep the same cars components. We're going to kind of reuse it, but inside cars, I'm going to create a new one. And this one is going to be called brands, just because, like the song. So I'm going to go to brands, and inside brands, I just want to create a list. So I'm going to do template, open and close, and inside I'm going to create a div. I'm going to add a class, and this class I'm going to call it car, and then brands. And inside, I guess I'm going to be putting a title just now, car, and then brands. So we can identify that this is the car brands. And we have some stylings. So I'm going to go to the style, and I'm going to say that we have that car, and then underscore brands, open and close. And for this, I'm going to add a border so we can separate it from the other components. 1 pixel solid, and then, maybe I'm going to use that same bluish color, 9.6, and then F, and then 3. There we go. So then I'm going to add the padding of something, and then something else. Cool. So we need to use this component. So I guess we need to go to the parent component and bring it. So import, and I'm going to call it car, and then brands, because, it makes sense. Components, and then / we need to go to cars, and we need to bring the brands. So now I want to use it. Now, maybe I'm going to delete this, and remember that everything that we are doing right now, it still lives within GitHub, so you can get it from there. Car brands, and then cars. Cool. So I'm going to save it and see if we get it, and we do. We get the car brands. This is how a slot works. Whatever we pass inside this component is going to be rendered within the children. But first, we kind of need to do it. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to open it and close. So I'm opening tags and closing tags. So in this case, I'm going to go here and do UL, and let's say that we have a list of brands, for the kicks. I'm going to say Mazda. I don't know. I guess this is a racing brand, not really a consumer brand, I guess. I'm not really sure. Then Honda, and I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to do Renault. Maybe if you're American, you have no idea what this is. This is a European, I guess it's French brand. So if I save it and I reload this, nothing happens. Nothing happens at all. And this is because we need a way to tell the brands component that we are passing something inside. And the way we do so is by calling the slots. So I'm going to go here and say that we have a slot. And if I reload the application or just go to the application, we can see that we get it. So whatever is that we put inside the tag of car brands, the component, it's going to be rendered as a child element of that component. Now, still, what you need to know is that this is not really inside of this component. This is part of the app component, the parent component. The only thing that this slot is doing is taking this content and just showing it when we render the component. But whatever we have right here is not part of the brands in this case. It's not part of the child. And just to prove it, I'm going to go here, and maybe we can create a reactive property, something a little bit more smart. I'm going to say brands, that's the const, and I'm going to say reactive, open and close, and maybe we can add just a simple array. We have the Mazda, then Honda, and I guess the other one was Renault. Okay, sorry, there we go. So now we have the brands, and let's say that instead of doing this, we are going to be passing something a little bit more intelligent. I'm going to be doing a B4 equals 2 and open and close. First, it's going to be the brands, or actually brand, comma, then the index, and we're going to render from in, and then brands. And at the end of the day, when you go through this course, since we're going to do a lot of this, like I said before, you just don't need to practice it. We're going to do it a lot. So on this one, I'm going to get the brand. Let's see if we get it. I'm going to reload the application, and I guess we don't get property brands was accessed during render. So I did something wrong, of course. This should be brands. There we go. I'm going to reload it, and, just to get rid of the warning, and we get it, right? So we have something more intelligent passing as a slot. Since now we have something a little bit more intelligent, it's still passing, but you cannot change it because it belongs to the parent. it doesn't belong to the children. The only way to change this data to mutate whatever it is that we have right here is to pass a prop of a function, and that function will still run in the parent, and then we update the state of brands. But that's it. That's the only thing you can do. The slots are not for this. If you want to pass something and then just loop it in the children, well, we know that answer. It's just passing props or maybe emitting an event or even provide an inject, not slots. But, still slots are very useful if you have something in the parent that you want to show in the children and, you don't want to pass the props. Well, you get it. Now, what with styles? Same answer than before. The whatever we have right here, it's part of the parent and not the children. If I go right here and maybe I go to brands, and even if I do scoped, so something like that, so we make sure that whatever we do right here belongs to this component, I could say that the li, it's equals to color, and then we do red. If I save it, reload the application, it doesn't work. It will only work if it's part of the parent. I'm going to remove this content. I'm going to go here. And I guess we do have a style. It's not scoped, but even if I make it scoped, of course, this is affecting everything. But if I scope it, it's going to apply it on the app component. There we go. We get it. I'm going to remove the scoped because, I'm not going to really use it. And I'm going to remove all of this. All right, so this is the default type of slots that you get with Vue. You have a different thing called named slots. And one more thing that you can do, since you are pretty much copying whatever it's inside and just pasting it, you can do it multiple times. If I do something like this, we get something like that. Cool. Still, I just need one. Okay, so let's go to the next section, and I'm going to show you how the named slots work.